What's going on, everybody? I apologize about that. I was so excited that the sound wasn't working. So let's make sure the sound is working this time. You guys probably saw I was getting teary eyed. You couldn't even hear what I was saying because this just really blessed me. And I know some people are gonna think like, yo, you're overdoing or whatever. But y'all, if you know me, you know I love the Lord. You know that I want to see a real move of God in this earth. And I always tell y'all what I see in modern Christianity, and I look at my Bible, I'm like, this isn't matching. So I know you guys probably saw me getting emotional, getting all all teary-eyed, but I just want to say this. I'm going to play the clip from Forrest Frank. He did it again. He stood on business again. And it just I got emotional about it because there's a shift coming. And I've cried so many tears behind this desk, like, Lord, am I tripping? Am I being religious? Because when I see this and I see this, it don't sit right in my spirit. And I don't see nobody, saying the stuff that I'm saying. They say that I'm a hater. And I have cried so many tears at this desk, so many tears at the altar, just like, you feel that conviction. But then when you look around, it's like everybody acting like you crazy. And so one of the things we've been talking about, you guys remember since my army days, I say, why do Christians just want to go to these demonic award shows and get affirmation, validation from people who disrespect your God, who are doing full-blown witchcraft, all that demonic stuff that we see going on in the music industry? Like, why do we need their validation? Why do we sit there and go to these shows knowing that they're going to disrespect Christianity, that they're going to do all kinds of demonic stuff on the stage, and then go accept their little golden idol, their little golden statue, and go put it in your house somewhere? Like, why do you need the world's validation? I've been saying that for like 10 years now. Oh, he's a hater. He wish he could go. And then I saw this video that I'm about to play for you, and I just got like teary-eyed. I walked downstairs and I started praying in the sanctuary because I really feel in my heart like we're about to see a shift. We're about to see a shift. And I'm just excited, and I just want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of what God's doing in the end times. And I know, I always tell my church, I say, guys, either I'm crazy or we're going to find out. I always tell them that. I said, all this stuff you guys see me talking about, and I said, either I'm crazy or we're going to find out. But I can't fake it. I can't. So I'm going to play this clip for you. Think about this. And you've heard me say this before. Why would you go to these demonic award shows knowing they're going to disrespect your God? You wouldn't sit there and let them disrespect your mama. Make all kinds of jokes about your mama. Make all kinds of music that disrespected and degraded your mama. And then they say, hey, come up here now. We're going to give you this award. You wouldn't accept that award if you was a good son. So why would I go to one of these award shows and you disrespect my God, disrespect my faith, make a mockery, and then, oh yeah, thank you so much for this award? Nah. So Forrest Frank, he stood on business again. I'm going to play the clip for y'all. I feel like I know I'm being extra right now, but y'all just don't understand, man. I love Jesus. I want the real thing. I want a real move of God. Look at this. This really blessed me.
As Christians, it's hard to know where the line in the sand is between being in the world and not of the world. And as a Christian artist, I dress kind of like the world. I kind of look like the world. My music.
I want y'all to hear the whole thing.
As Christians, it's hard to know where the line in the sand is between being in the world and not of the world. And as a Christian artist, I dress kind of like the world. I kind of look like the world. My music can kind of sound like the world. So where's the line in the sand drawn? And I'm convicted personally that a line that I can draw is that I will not receive a trophy for something that is from Jesus and for Jesus. And I was wrestling with this last year. I even said that on stage at the Dove Awards. I said, I'm still struggling with the concept of receiving this award, but all glory to Jesus. Every name will fade away, including mine, except for one name. But I feel a conviction to go even a step further and say, I don't know if I even want to step on the stage. I don't know if I want to step in the room. And so I have decided to take a stance of non-participation. I will not be attending the Doves or the Grammys times. I hope to be an example to the youth that the trophy is our salvation. The trophy is that my name is listed in the book of life and I get to have eternal life. What good is a piece of metal gonna do compared to that? As Christians,
and now y'all see me over here getting teary-eyed. I ain't trying to be emotional, but you guys know I'm not trying to be extra right now, but you guys know I've been talking about this for years. And I gotta sit there and people call you crazy, call you a hater, say you're doing too much to the point that it would make me run back to this altar and just cry before God, like, yo, God, am I tripping? When I look at this Christian industry and I see what's going on, something don't sit right in my spirit. And I've prayed, I said, Lord, how long are you going to let these people represent what Christianity is supposed to be to the world? Because when I look at how they move, I'm like, this isn't right. When I look at how they move, I'm like, this isn't biblical. When I look at how they move, I see punks. I see cowards. I see people that are not standing on business. I see people that love the things of the world. I see people that are compromised. And then when you speak up, you're the bad guy. And so, just like with Philip Anthony Mitchell, right? I've been saying the same thing about the preachers. I'm like, how is it that a preacher could get exposed for sleeping around and 2 weeks later y'all got him on a flyer and y'all still doing conferences with him? Because it's all about the money with these people. It's all about the money with these people. You know what I'm saying? And so you guys know, man, I feel there's a shift coming. I feel that there's a shift coming and we about to see God raise up some people. That's why Philip Anthony Mitchell, right? Forrest Frank. And so let me just say this for those of you who don't know. Let me just say this. And I've been saying this for a while, right? Because I've seen it from experience. When you're going up in influence as a Christian, you hit a certain level where everybody starts paying attention to you. There's like a threshold that you cross, right? You start hitting maybe a couple of videos, hitting 1 million views. In the beginning, everybody just kind of loves you, right? You just seen it recently with Philip Anthony Mitchell, right? You've seen it with Forrest Frank. They love you in the beginning, maybe for a year or two, but then it's like something happens where they want to see where you stand on this. What denominational gang are you from? And if you don't give them the right answers, that's where the backlash starts, right? And so kind of what happens is you hit a certain level and you have to check in. And they want to know, what type of Christian are you? Are you the kind of Christian that's going to play ball? If you don't play ball, they're going to block the door. They're going to be gatekeepers, right? If they see you're the type of Christian that you're going to come in and say, hey, that's wrong. That's wrong. We shouldn't do that. They're not going to play ball. But if they see you're the type of person that you're going to come around, you trying to get this money. And so what happened with Forrest Frank and Philip Anthony Mitchell, God elevated them to a place where now they're established. So people can't tear them down. Like, they're established, they're there. And so they could just be like, you know what? I'm gonna just water down. I'm gonna protect my brand. I'm gonna protect my money, my income. But when somebody is really secure in Christ, right? That's why when Forrest took that stand about Charlie Kirk, that was respectable because he knew he was gonna lose followers, right? When Philip Anthony Mitchell has said some of the things that he said recently that got a lot of people calling him all kinds of names. That's what it's all about. Jesus said, you're going to be hated for my name's sake. And so when you see a bunch of Christians running around avoiding hate, avoiding controversy, what he just did was divisive, because there's going to be a group of Christians that are offended in the industry. Hopefully more of them follow his example, but there's going to be some that look at him like, oh, he think he better than us. Oh, he a holy roller. Because when you follow Christ and you preach truth, it's always going to divide. Some people going to like what he did. Some people going to hate what he did. Some people going to celebrate what he did. And some people are already talking about him in a negative way who share that space with him. And so, man, salute Forrest. I'm excited, guys. I think something It's shifting in the spirit. Y'all let me know what y'all feel. I don't want this video to be long because we got to talk about Candace Owens. I got all these receipts, so I'm about to boot that up right here and I'll be back. But man, this is absolutely refreshing and breathtaking. So I'm praying for this brother, and I'm just excited for what God is doing in the kingdom. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll be back here in a minute.